And we need your help.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Barbara Bragg.
And I'm Peter Gaddis.
And we're here at the Autry Museum because they're honoring my dad and Peter's grandfather by doing Tales of the Old West in early April.
What's Tales of the Old West?
Tales of the Old West is 3 of my father's famous old ghost stories and legends out of the Old West that he wrote when I was a kid. I used to listen to them, and Pete did when he was a little grandpa. You want to tell about your grandpa?
Well, my grandfather was a brilliant Western writer, and one of these is
Ghost
of Fort Laramie, and it's deep into my soul because I remember being at his house in Casper, and he would take us into the backyard and sit in the grass and tell this ghost story to a 4-year-old and 6-year-old with a flashlight underneath his head. And just scare the bejesus out of us.
And when I was 17 and I was just graduating from high school, he'd say, let's go on out there to Independence Rock, which was this rock outside of Casper, Wyoming, where all the Mormons and all the people that were coming west on the Oregon Trail would stop and write their names. So it's like a registrar. And if they got there by the 4th of July, they would go up over the Sierra Nevadas in time to get to San Francisco instead of being like the Donner Party. And we know how that is. But, and the last thing I wanted to do when I was 17 and you were 2, which was go out and sit on a rock and listen to this old guy tell these stories to everybody. And basically it was very embarrassing to me, But I did, and we went out there with the family. And, Grandma would make chicken, and we'd go out there, and there was like 500 people would show up. And, the sun would go down, and the stars would come up, and then Dad would take his pen light out and his little lectern on the blue station wagon out in the middle of the prairie, and he would tell the ghost story, and he would start to like, hi-ya, 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 hi-ya. Wanna laka wanna, I see it. Wanna laka wanna, I see it. Wanna giwana, the ghost of the dead. Wanna giwana, the ghost of the dead. The ghost rides tonight. The ghost rides tonight. And then he'd scream, Wanna giwana! Remember?
Oh,
and
yes.
scare the living hell out of everybody, but they loved him. And he did this for school kids all over Casper and all over Wyoming for years for free.
For free, yes.
So, that's one of the stories that we're telling. And the other one is Tinsley Mill, which, our cameraman, Obi, is in. He's playing the wolf. And it's about Sam Stringer, who was a freighter after the Civil War. And he gets caught in a snowstorm on the Bighorn Mountains with a wolf. And we're not going to tell you how that ends. And then the last one is been renamed Silent Owl's Song. And that's about Silent Owl, which is one of my favorites, and it's about the martyrdom of an American Indian. And remember that one?
Oh yeah, it's an amazing, great story telling the trials and tribulations of the Native Americans in that time.
Yeah.
With the white man coming in and settling on their land.
Right, and so these are stories that we really want to bring, have a life afterwards.
Yes.
We'd like to bring them to everybody in America, and, there's myths and, they're stories of our family, but they're definitely, American stories, and we want to capture that so that we, save the cowboys, basically, right?
Exactly.
And so ask them,
So basically we need your help
That's
to
why
be
we're
able
doing
to
this.
bring this great literature back into the American lexicon.
And here we are, so that's why we're doing it. And if you can help, that would be great. There's all kinds of perks on the website, and for $20 or $50, you get named in the program, and you become a cowboy with us.
And if you can't help now, come out and support us. We would love to see you.
See you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.